All right, bro. I'll never understand why people go and play around in the woods. Bro, I got this one story one time. So I was living by my grandma, right? So this was back when I used to smoke in high school and stuff. I went in the woods to smoke. I was doing everything. It was chill. A few minutes later, I just got this weird feeling. So I looked down, bro. And right under me is a yellow jacket nest. When I tell y'all I ran out the woods so quick, bro, man.
Sound, the tiger tracking them could attack. Ollie Camping is a channel from India where the creator shares videos about camping and building shelters out in the wild. The forests there are far more dangerous than what most of us are used to. In this video, Ollie decided to take a bold step, not just build a shelter, but construct one in a tree and spend the night there with a friend, far away from civilization. And that's when things start to get truly unsettling.
हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक। आपका स्वागत है भाई मेरी फिर से एक और नई कैंपिंग वीडियो में। तो भाई फिलहाल तो मैं निकल चुका हूँ यार एक और नई वीडियो के लिए। और भाई आज की जो कैंपिंग होने वाली है वो एकदम पेड़ के ऊपर घर बनाने वाले। भाई आपने मतलब वैसा घर कभी देखा है नहीं देखा ये तो नहीं पता, पर एकदम ऐसा तगड़ा बनाने वाले हैं। डुओ कैंपिंग होने वाली है यार, वंश भी आने वाला है। बाकी अभी गर्मी हो रही है तो यार चप्पल वगैरह भी पहने हैं। बाकी बैग में मैं जूते भी रख के लेके आऊँ क्योंकि यार शाम के टाइम पे वो ठंडा होता है, इस वजह से। बाकी चलो भाई चलते हैं।
They began building the shelter, and by the time they finished, night had already fallen.
Yeah, y'all
they lit a
tripping.
fire, started cooking, and that's when the strange noises began.
पानी भी डालते रहेंगे। अभी तो साल के हिसाब से
They making food and stuff in the middle of the woods. That sounds like a bad idea.
तो चलो फिर भाइयों, आप सब्जी बनने के लिए इसमें रख दी है। अब इंतजार। बेटा आवाज जैसी आई ले।
बेटा ये तो बात की है भी शायद, बात की जैसी नहीं आई फिर।
बेटा
ये तो इधर ही ऊपर ही से आई भी कहीं आसपास से।
बेटा इधर आ जा बे।
बेटा इसको खोलता हूँ, रुक। बेटा
Might be a bear or something. You smell that food y'all baking.
ले पकड़ पकड़ पकड़। बेटा क्या था ले?
I would recommend y'all stay right there in that tree.
मेरे लगेंगे। बाय गॉड, इधर साइड से आई ना, इधर साइड से कहीं।
अब सेफ लग रहा है भाई गॉड। वो फ्राई पान गिर गया यार, फ्राई
गिर गया वो। बेटा क्या होगा ले? कर उधर ही से आई बे, मेरे को तो वहां कहीं से लगी यार। यहाँ को तो नहीं है कुछ दिख भी नहीं रहा यार एक तो इन पेड़ों के वजह से। भाई गॉड।
Wait, they on the
At
ground?
first, they were startled, but tried to ignore it and continued with dinner. Everything seemed under control.
Bro, if they on the
until
ground,
it
they
wasn't.
tweaking.
The sounds kept getting louder, and it became clear that something was getting closer.
अभी तक बाघ आग देखा नहीं है इतना। दोस्तों और आ गई आवाज और पास से आई है अभी। आप भी सुन रहे होगे। यहीं कहीं थी।
You at bro asking, are you okay? Are you okay? It's crazy. Hell no.
भाई और तो कुछ नहीं। बेटा वो देख, भाग भी।
बेटा ये तो यहीं पे
बेटा।
है।
बेटा कैमरा भी वहीं है।
कैमरा भी वहीं है यार। छी,
एक और दूसरा फोन दे 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 दे।
इससे होगा देख।
ये लो खोल।
बेटा यही घूम रहा है बे उस समय।
बेटा क्या करे ले? बेटा इधर साइड भी आ क्या भी? ये देख बेटा, बेटा सांप दिख रहा है बे। बेटा इतनी पास आ रहा है।
Oh no.
डर ही नहीं रहा है बे, तो पास पड़ रहा है।
बेटा यहीं पे आ गया। बेटा वो देख बे, वो देख।
Y'all just sitting there still recording?
बेटा वो देखो पेड़ के पीछे चला गया बे। दोस्तों भाग नीचे आ गया, उधर साइड पे को क्या कर रहे हैं समझ नहीं आ रहा।
कैसे कर रहा है?
What this got to do with God, man? Y'all sitting in the woods cooking food.
खाना भी नहीं।
Soon, they noticed movement between the trees and realized this wasn't just normal forest noise. It turned out to be a tiger. They froze completely, trying not to move.
Oh
afraid
yeah,
it might
y'all
notice
lucky.
them, especially since it could easily climb the tree they were in.
मैं भी आ रहा हूँ।
बेटा जल्दी चल बे। वीडियो बना दे रहा ना। ऊपर से हम
After a while, the animal disappeared from sight. The moment they felt it was safe, they rushed back to their car. Luckily, they made it out unharmed. An encounter like that could have ended much worse. The fog in the forest starts moving in fast, and at some point, something terrifying emerges from it. A woman named Dee, the creator of the YouTube channel Dee's Dark Adventure, set out on a camping trip on January 26, 2024. She ventured deep into the dense forests of Ohio, bringing only her 2 loyal dogs, which she let roam off-leash. What started as a peaceful escape into nature quickly turned into a disturbing experience, making her question how far she had gone into the wilderness.
Oh, those rotted. It's all rotten. Gosh.
The first few hours were fairly routine. Keeping an eye on 2 energetic dogs wasn't easy. They ran around constantly, driven by instinct, chasing after things she couldn't even see. Dee tried to keep them close, unaware of the real danger lurking in the forest. As she moved through thick undergrowth, she heard a strange sound, something so unnatural it genuinely unsettled her.
Girls. God bless. Sorry, guys. You girls stay close to me. See, I don't want to be going back this way either because I'm going to take them right to the swamp. Oh, there's so much fog. That's all fog. All that white. Okay. Normal forest, right? A little bit of fog, lots of fog. It's creeping up in the woods. This is creepy. Oh my God. Okay, girls, stay with me. Hold on. Would you?
It didn't sound like anything she had heard before. Then came another noise, even stranger. The dogs clearly sensed something was wrong. They scattered into the woods, as if chasing something unseen. What made it worse was that the area where the sounds were coming from was covered in dense fog, while the rest of the forest remained completely clear. It felt as if the forest itself was trying to hide whatever was inside.
Okay.
Run.
Yep. Oh, damn it, dude. Okay. Everything's fine.
Time to cut the video, bro.
Why? There's no fog. None. But right there. Tons of fog. Just in that circle. Look at it.
Gathering her courage, Dee moved deeper in, speaking out
You
loud
went
to make it
deeper
clear
in?
she meant no harm.
Oh, no.
But whatever was happening didn't stop. Suddenly, her dogs started heading straight toward the fog. Their instincts were pulling them in, but Dee stopped them, refusing to let them disappear into the thick mist. And then, the fog started moving toward her, fast, like something out of a horror movie.
I heard a bark, but I don't know if it's a dog or not. It sounded like a barking, like a rah, rah, rah. But not a dog. Girls, stay close. Ma.
If there's a wolf or a coyote, your dogs ain't gonna save you from that.
Within it came another disturbing sound, and then she saw something moving inside, something unnatural.
See, there's something over there, dude. I'm not taking them. Something moving.
Oh,
Dog, can you please for a minute?
yo, what was that, bro? That doesn't look like an animal.
Stop. There's something.
Wait, is it?
No fucking way, dude. Dogs, 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 dogs. Woo! Yeah. What the?
Oh yeah, bro, that doesn't look like no animal. She done captured Bigfoot.
Fuck, no! Dogs, let's go, now! We're leaving.
Was it a person, an animal, or something else entirely? She didn't wait to find out. Her safety came first.
That's the
Dee
Grim
quickly
Reaper.
left the area before things could get worse. If there was one thing this experience taught
shit.
her, it's that being alone in the woods amplifies fear, turning every sound and every shadow into something truly terrifying. A guy named Anton uploaded a video about a disturbing incident in the woods to his TikTok account, Anton Raka. On his page, he regularly shared content about hiking, fishing, and spending nights out in the forest. On October 15th, 2024, he headed into a forest he knew well, a place he had visited many times before. But this time, something went wrong. After setting up his tent and starting to prepare his campsite for the night, an aggressive woman suddenly ran up to him.
Yeah? Leave me alone, please, okay?
Oh, I'll leave you with my husband. He's right over here. Maybe he's gonna get that message through your thick head.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
okay, I'm just gonna go and get him. He's gonna kick you out of
Yeah,
here
go
in
out.
seconds.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, and he just got out of jail.
What the hell?
He's gonna enjoy taking a piece of like you out of this forest, you idiot.
She claimed the entire forest belonged to her and her husband, and that no one else was allowed to be there. Anton knew that wasn't true and tried to argue with her, but she started threatening him.
How the hell
saying
you own
her
a
crazy
forest?
husband would deal with him. He chose to ignore the threats and kept filming, continuing to set up his camp. But things quickly escalated.
Bro, they on that shit. Bro, I was finna say you might want to have a strap, but they sound like they're from the UK or so. Bro, he putting gas in.
As he was returning to his tent after gathering firewood, he came across a disturbing scene. The woman's husband was standing next to his tent, pouring gasoline all over it. Realizing the situation could turn dangerous very quickly, Anton dropped everything and ran toward his car.
Bro, he ain't in there. You hitting this shit with a
I
bat.
picked up a few things and started walking towards my car, but it completely ruined it.
But it didn't end
Bro.
there. When he reached his vehicle, he found the windows smashed and the tires slashed. The video cuts off
Ain't no
abruptly.
way.
In the final moments, Anton can be seen running in panic, trying to escape from the aggressive stranger. After the video was
What happened to
posted,
Anton?
viewers began actively discussing what happened, and opinions were divided. Some believe it was staged for views.
He
Others
said,
are
"That's
convinced it was a
Trevor."
real and extremely dangerous situation. The strangest part, Anton never posted anything again after that.
Somebody need to check on
February
Anton,
1st,
man.
2025, a man named Andre headed deep into a harsh winter forest to spend some time alone and film a video. After setting up his camp and as night fell, he found himself surrounded by wolves. He later uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel, Wild Happiness, where he shares his life in remote, untamed places. He often spends time in the taiga, living and traveling close to wild animals. This time, he ventured deep into the forest on a snowmobile. Along the way, he showed his skills in hunting small game and preparing food in the wilderness. Once he reached his spot, Andre set up his tent, digging it into the snow, installed a small stove to keep warm, and began preparing food and hot tea. As the night grew deeper, he lay down to sleep and seemed to drift off. Then, suddenly,
How are
he
you
heard
doing this so
footsteps
peacefully?
outside. At first, they were faint, then closer. Soon, there were whimpers and howls. It became clear that a pack of wolves was moving around his camp.
Oh shit. Oh no, that's bad.
Короче, друзья. Блин, я же слышал. Капец, реально волки, друзья.
Get on a snowmobile, bro. Leave.
Во-во-во, прям вообще хорошо слышно. Да ну нафиг, я, короче, домой. Пизду.
Andre
You're
stepped
moving a
outside
little
to see
too
what was
slow.
going on. The moment he realized how close the animals were, he quickly went back inside his tent. He decided not to wait for dawn and to leave as soon as possible, since he didn't even have a hunting rifle with him.
At least that guy got the right idea.
April 28th, 2024, Japan. Hokkaido police released dashcam footage from a truck carrying 2 men. They were driving along a forest road in the early afternoon, around 1 p.m. At
Bro, that
first,
bear
everything
wasn't
seemed
playing.
normal.
I hope y'all
The
got a
vehicle
weapon
moved
or
slowly
something.
along a narrow road surrounded by dense forest, with no signs of danger. But within seconds, the situation changed.
Man, when you in the woods, there's always danger. Oh,
A bear suddenly appeared on the right side of the road. The vehicle slowed down and nearly came to a stop, and that's when the animal charged straight at it. The driver hit the gas, trying to get away as quickly as possible. The truck picked up speed and moved forward, but the bear continued chasing them for a short time. Fortunately, the pursuit didn't last long. The animal eventually stopped and turned back. It was later reported that the 2 men had been hunting in the area that day. According to wildlife experts, their vehicle likely came between a mother bear and her cub, which triggered the aggressive behavior. A Canadian wildlife biologist discovers an odd-looking blind made from limbs and branches in the Rocky Mountains while studying wildlife habitat and setting up a trail camera along a well-used game trail. Days later, he retrieves the footage, which shows nervous deer cautiously moving through the area in the early morning hours. As daylight breaks, a large, tall, dark figure backs away from what appears
what
to be
the
a
hell is
blind
that?
made of branches above the game trail. This is best viewed on a larger screen. Zoom in to catch a glimpse of the creature's facial features. More trail cameras have since been set up in the area. A viral video from Mexico tells a chilling story. It all started at a campsite deep in the woods, where a group of friends began to feel an unsettling presence, as if something was watching them. They heard strange noises and had the growing sense that they weren't alone. Around the campsite, they noticed unusual tracks. Wanting to investigate, one of them attached a hunting camera to a drone and sent it up to scan the area. After a few minutes of flight, the drone operator spotted a very tall figure wandering among the trees, without any light. The footage shows the group gathered at their campsite, and then, as the drone lowers, a disturbing silhouette appears in the distance, watching them. Clearly, this wasn't just one of their friends who had wandered off, so the question is, who or what was out there in the forest?
I'm telling y'all, bro, they got shit we don't know about in
On
them
December
woods.
30th, 2022, the YouTube channel The Men's Life shared a disturbing experience that took place during an adventure in a wooded area, the location of which was generated using the Randonautica app. The app became widely known for generating random
Oh yeah, I heard
GPS
about that app.
coordinates, encouraging users to explore unusual or sometimes mysterious places. The channel itself focuses on outdoor living, forest exploration, camping, and survival tips. But this video took an unexpected turn. At first, everything seemed normal. The creator explained that this was his second time visiting the location, which, to his surprise, turned out to be an isolated cabin deep in the woods. He mentioned that the cabin had been built by locals to monitor wildlife, which explained why it was there. However, when he arrived, something felt off. There were items that hadn't been there before, suggesting recent activity.
Still there. The hell? This is straight up in the window. Okay.
As the video
Yeah, I would
progressed,
take that with
the
me.
atmosphere
You
began to
tripping.
shift. At first, he heard voices coming from the forest. It didn't seem too concerning at first, since the area is known to attract explorers. However, he pointed out that he had previously encountered people there whose behavior seemed strange. They weren't exploring or hiking, just wandering aimlessly. That kind of unpredictability can be unsettling, especially when you're alone. Later, he heard whistling, and then realized someone was following him.
Okay. I think I gotta get out of here. I think there's one individual here somewhere. I don't get the sense that there's many, but I get the sense that there's like at least one.
If he whistling, it's probably more than one. He probably trying to signal to them.
I don't see anybody. Oh shit! Oh.
Once he understood what was happening, he lowered his voice, trying not to draw attention to himself. That's when things took a truly frightening turn. He spotted a person in the woods, moving quickly and following him.
No.
Sensing danger, he immediately left the area. The risk in situations like this is obvious. Encounters with strangers in remote locations can be extremely dangerous, whether due to criminal intent or unpredictable behavior. Fortunately, he managed to get away unharmed.